In today's lesson, we're going to be thinking about the different parts of a letter so that we're ready to write our reply to the dinosaur. But before we do that, as usual, here is our retrieval exercise. Today, we are looking for words that end in the sound S. S is a digraph that appears at the end of words. Have a look at these pictures and see which words you think are represented by the picture that end in the sound S. Remember, one of the pictures might be there to trick you. Press pause on the video and have a go. Here is a picture of a cross. Cross ends in the sound S. Here is a picture of a kiss. Kiss ends in the sound S. Here is a picture of a shop. This is the one that was sent to trick us. This does not end in the sound S. And here we have a terrible mess. Mess ends in the sound S. Our tricky word that we're going to practice today is the word do. I will say the chant. The word do is spelt D-O. Let's say that together. The word do is spelt D-O. You say it at home. Now it's time to practice writing the word do. We always start our writing on the top line in the top left corner. Let's see if it's going to disappear. I don't know if this will. It won't. We'll have to go back to this one, so we can't cheat. The word do is spelt D-O, do. Let's see if I got it right. I did. Let's practice reading the word do in a sentence. Oh, there it is right at the beginning of the sentence, and it looks a bit different here because the D is written as a capital letter. That's because the word do is at the beginning of the sentence. Do you, that's another tricky word. Do you. The next word is another tricky word. This is the word go. Do you go. Another tricky word. This is the word to. Let's see if we can remember the full sentence so far. Do you go to, and a fairy word at the end. B-E-D, bed. Let's read it together. Do you go to bed? Look, there's a question mark at the end. That shows us that this sentence is actually a question. So when we practice reading the sentence with fluency now, the question mark tells us that we need to go up and down with our voice so that it sounds like a question. I'm going to have a go and then you can practice. Do you go to bed? Have a go at home. Today's picture is a little bit different, no dinosaurs today. We're going to have a look at this picture and see if we can create a full sentence that we can practice saying out loud that describes what we can see happening in the picture. I'm going to have a go first. We always start our sentences with I can see a. I can see two birds balancing on a wire. Press pause on the video and say what you can see. Here's some more ideas. I can see a bird singing with his eyes closed. I can see a bird listening and looking a little bit wary as well. On to our knowledge. This week we're practicing question marks. Here we've got an example sentence. It says, are you hungry? And at the end of the sentence we can see our question mark. Question marks show that a question is being asked. Let's say that together. Question marks show that a question is being asked. You have a go at saying it. capital letter is used at the beginning of a sentence and for a proper noun. Let's try saying that one together. A capital letter is used at the beginning of a sentence and for a proper noun. You try saying it. On to our letter. Yesterday, you thought of some questions that you might like to ask the dinosaur. Today we're going to think about how our reply might be put together. We're going to have a look at the structure of the letter. When we write our reply to the dinosaur, for our first sentence, we are always going to start a letter with dear and then the person's name. We're replying to T-Rex. So when we write our reply, we're going to write Dear T-Rex. In the next sentence, we introduce ourselves to the dinosaur. He said, "My name is T-Rex." For your sentence, you will write, "My name is," followed by your name. Then we've got the main part of our letter. Here the dinosaur told us what he could see when he looked at us. What could you see when you looked at the dinosaurs? Then we have the section where we ask some questions for the dinosaur to reply to. This is where you'll put the questions that you thought of yesterday. For the end of our letter, we always sign off. Dinosaur wrote, "Yours scarily." I wonder what you would like to write. And at the bottom, we put our name. That tells the dinosaur who it is that is writing to him. See if you've got any letters at home. Can you spot the different parts? Maybe you could practice writing a letter ready for next week when we write them all together.